Hey guys, how's it going? The Geek Show, David and friends, we're back. The season finale of the She-Hulk. It was a heck of an episode. Probably my favorite episode of the season, right?
Yeah.
It was a lot to get into. It was really fun. She breaks the fourth wall. Like, back in the day when people, like in the shows where they go into, like, the head writer's world and they confront the show. They did it in Spider-Man with Stan Lee, the old Spider-Man cartoon show.
Which one?
The one back in the 90s, the Spider-Man cartoon. They did something similar in that, if y'all remember that. And they've done it, in other shows before on TV. It's very funny when they do that. And they did it here in the MCU for the first time. She-Hulk did it. And I'll be surprised if Deadpool doesn't do it in his next movie, right? With Deadpool 3 with Wolverine.
Yeah.
They're the kings of breaking the fourth wall, She-Hulk and Deadpool. And hopefully one day we'll see both of them together doing it. That'll probably be really cool, a lot of fun to watch, right?
Yeah.
I can't wait for that. If that ever happens, I know that would be hilarious. Alright, so the beginning of the show starts out with the OG.
Lawyer, millennial, searching for a way to balance.
The OG Incredible Hulk show from the 70s, the intro. If you guys ever seen it, you guys will know that that's how it starts out. It's very funny, I like it, it's really cool.
Then,
kind of gives you that vibe that a show like that could have happened back then. It could have been a very, very cool show if they ever did a She-Hulk show back in the 70s. So, yeah, it's...
accidental dose of gamma-radiated
It's
blood
very cool.
alters her body chemistry. And now, when Jennifer Walters grows angry or outraged, startling metamorphosis occurs. The creature is driven by rage and pursued by online.
Alright, and yes, that's the intro. As you can see, it's very funny. She-Hulk is stupid. No, you're stupid. That's very funny, right?
Yeah.
What'd you think of this intro?
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was really good.
If you can see, it says intelligentsia at the top.
Yeah, intelligentsia. There we go. You'll be able to see that right there. And yes, like I said, it was a very funny show. I loved it. I loved the whole stick. The intro.
Is provoked.
It was very cool. And then the show begins with She-Hulk's in prison. Same thing happened to the Abomination happened to her. They think she's a loose cannon. She's forced to stay in a cell. And then her friends come and tell her about what's going on and about the stipulation that she has to do, which she has to wear that brace, the
Yeah.
ankle brace.
And it doesn't.
And she gets fired from her job, right?
Yeah, and the ankle brace doesn't allow her to like turn into She-Hulk. So she
Yeah.
can't.
She's prevented with her, and you see her, she gets fired from her job. And it takes a downward spiral in the beginning of the episode.
Oh, the food and drinks from the kitchen, and I put them in your car. Cause screw this place. Thank you. Though
And her friends have her support. As you can see, they're really good friends. And then, yeah, she's forced to move in with her parents, right? So now she's in their parents' house.
Walters, do you care to comment about losing your superpowers?
She's going through some emotions. Kind of similar to what happened with Spider-Man in Spider-Man No Way Home, right? Where his identity gets revealed.
And
And he
then
gets trapped in his apartment with his Aunt May. And
everyone hates him.
everybody's trying to interview him and everything. Yeah. And yeah, she moves in with her parents. You see the media's going crazy.
I don't care if there is a drought. I got water pressure for days.
She moves in to her old house with her old room. She's going through struggles, trying to find out who she is. She wants to find out who these intelligentsia people are.
And it is all.
And like I said, the whole show takes a turn towards the middle, and it's very funny, right?
Yeah.
We won't reveal it for you guys. And then there's a video of her nemesis, member from the show, from her past job, the man that she worked for.
Got the superpowers. I blame her grandmother.
Huh?
She's confused. She's losing herself.
Wait, which job did she used to work for?
Her old law firm, remember, before she got hired.
Never again.
That was in the first episode, right?
Which I know is what I said I wanted, but this doesn't feel right.
She's talking to us here.
This isn't even a reluctant super.
Yeah, she's talking to us here about what's going on in the show. She tries to hit up Hulk and Abomination.
But it doesn't work because
Yeah.
no Wi-Fi and
Hulk is like in outer space, so yeah.
and
And here her friend posts the intelligentsia. At first she kind of thinks she's turned on her, but you realize she's helping her out. She's trying to find out who's at the bottom of this, right?
Found this vid of She-Hulk.
It kind of got me by surprise too. This
yeah, I
part.
thought she like, oh, is she like for the whole king?
Yeah. And
And
then
also-
here She-Hulk goes to Abomination's house to spend the time with them.
I just need a place to stay for a couple of days.
Of course, of course. I'll set you up with a guest room. Okay. And a hug.
Our hearts beat the same.
She reads Abomination's book for a second, and then she realizes it's not for her. So yeah. And here we go, She-Hulk and her friends.
Got everything you can about these leads. Don't worry, I'm gonna be on the phone with you the entire time.
It looks suspicious that I'm walking around with an earbud in.
No, trust me, you're not gonna be the only one, okay?
Please don't make me do this.
You have to, all right? I need you to blend in with these trolls, okay? And remember to always refer to women as females. Jen's life is on the line, okay? So I need you to get your... The game, buddy! Off you go. Thank you.
All right, and here,
He left the
as you can see,
event.
the intelligentsia, he goes to the headquarters. They're holding a meeting. What do you think of this scene?
I thought it was pretty cool,
And
I thought it was cool, and yeah, yeah.
anything else to add?
No, it's that it was cool and it was surprising. This is where the whole thing flips over.
Yeah, this is where the show kind of takes a turn, but in a good way. It was very funny.
Just sucks.
All right,
Okay.
they try to find out who's at the bottom of this, right?
And then we realize that it's
Yeah, it's
Todd.
Of course you're one of us. Yo, come here, man.
It's Todd.
he's behind the whole thing of intelligentsia
He's
and
Hulk.
everything.
He's Hulk.
He's the one that set up Josh to steal her blood.
He invented the website.
Yeah,
He's hulking.
So happy.
and here they reveal everything, and they have a speech. Abomination is the guest speaker, and she helps trying to find out where she's at because he wants to speak to her. So,
Yeah.
Saracen got me into this poor tea.
like I said, this is where the show takes a turn. It's very funny though. Here we go. Abomination is breaking his rule, right? He's not supposed to turn into Abomination.
And we thought he was actually part of the Intelligentsia, but really he was just there to speak, right?
Yeah. We actually thought he was trying to help these guys, but I guess he doesn't know who these people really are, because if he did, he probably wouldn't have helped them. Or maybe he did, but he just needed the money. I don't know. Kind of interesting, right? They never actually explained that part.
And then like also why did he
But-
turn into an abomination?
Yeah. And here she goes and finds out
It's
She-Hulk
forming into the abomination.
comes
Yeah,
in.
I do speaking engagements. Nothing bad. Strictly for profit.
I vouched for you.
Jen,
See, as you can see, it's like tells her he does it for money. But I guess, like I say, he doesn't really know who these people really are. Because if he did, I don't think he would have done it. But we'll see. And like I said, they never explained that, but it is what it is. And like I said, this is where the show takes a turn.
He has the blood.
Yeah.
I had to earn them.
You see, he injects himself with.
We thought he was gonna turn into a leader.
Yeah. He ends up being the Hulk. And this,
Let's see how. Let's see his.
this is where the twist of the show happens.
Let's see what he looks like.
And, yeah. This is how he is.
This can't possibly be where this season was going.
As you can see, she says this can't possibly be where the season is going. The storyline is kind of too plain and, like, you know, it might work for some people, but, you know, how everybody is nowadays. They want something new and fresh. They don't want something that's been done before.
Like someone stole his blood, and then
And Titania shows up.
randomly
The Hulk shows up.
from space for some reason,
Yeah.
and then they start fighting.
What is even happening here?
Yeah, I know what's happening.
This is a mess. None.
Yeah, and then She-Hulk flips out. She's upset, saying, "What's going on? Like, what is this?"
Like,
and
like-
this is like the cool part of the show, right?
yeah.
This menu is not gonna stop me. I'm just gonna break this inhibitor real quick. Alright, let's see. No, no. Ah, Marvelous Seven. That'll do.
And then she makes it into the
Yeah, this is a cool part here.
video.
Like I said, don't adjust your screen when you're watching that. That was actually real.
Yeah,
And it was a lot of fun. It was really funny, right?
I thought it was real too.
Yeah. And then she goes into the She-Hulk. This is pretty much the Marvel headquarters, the studio where they make all the shows and the movies. And she barges right into the writer's room.
Hey, is everything okay?
And it's very funny. And if you follow She-Hulk in the comics, she does the exact same thing. She breaks the fourth wall and, you know, calls out the comic book writers and Marvel. So it's a lot of fun. Sure, she wants to talk to Kevin Feige. And tries to go into his office. It's very funny, right?
And
Yeah.
it turns out that
Yeah, he storms into the office. It's a very funny joke here, right?
Kevin's actually a
That's my speaking test.
Yeah, Kevin turns out to be a robot, so to speak, right?
But you must first transform back to Jennifer.
Why?
You are very expensive.
Oh.
Yeah. And he's telling that he has to transform back into Jennifer because, you know, She-Hulk is expensive, all the CGI that's needed. So it's very funny. It's a very funny scene. This whole scene is very funny, right?
yeah, and then after when she tries to change,
Better?
Changes back into She-Hulk, onto Jennifer Walters, so to speak.
but you missed the part where the Wakanda drums like
Oh yeah. What part was that?
No, go this way. No,
Right
right
here?
there.
Yeah, a little bit of an Easter egg for you guys.
Expect a giant AI brain and not a man. Wait, so you're the one who's making all the decisions here?
I will answer your questions, but you must first transform back to Jennifer.
Why?
You are very expensive.
That's
Oh,
funny.
sure.
But wait until the camera is off you. The visual effects team has moved on to another project.
Okay.
Yeah,
There.
it's the Black Panther movie, right?
Yeah.
Wakanda Forever, which is coming out next month. Very funny.
The
They have a lot of
I
funny
assess
puns in this scene. It's very funny. Like I said, I'm surprised they didn't mention like the actress that actually plays Jennifer Walters. Her name, I think it's Taylor Masalani. I'm surprised they didn't name drop her in this scene. But yeah,
Thank you. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is known for its big spectacles and high-stakes plot
here
lines.
she calls out the MCU
for having
being the same plot lines, right?
yeah.
In all their movies and
Someone steals their blood. They
Following some-
put them in it, and then they have powers for some reason.
Yeah, and if you watch all the Marvel movies like we do, we've
That's
seen
probably
pretty much all the Marvel movies. I've seen all the Marvel movies. You kind of see some of them have similar.
Bruce Banner,
plots.
the way Bruce Banner happened.
She mentions how all the superheroes have daddy issues. So yeah, we've seen all the Marvel movies. You kind of figured that, right?
I don't watch all of them, but I just watch.
The powers
some of
aren't
them.
the villain. He is.
Erasing blood clot.
Oh, and Bruce swooping down from literal outer space to save the day in my
I know
story.
that's what I'm saying.
But Bruce is supposed to return to explain what he was
No,
doing.
no.
Yeah, and like this is where she changes the whole plot line of the show, the whole season finale of the show, on where it's headed. calling out, you know, the writers for putting Hulk in the show and having him come save the day on her show, right?
Yeah, and then she asked, look,
Right, and then she speaks to us here. She's not talking about us. Like,
Historically, we've been light in that department.
Oh, well, I've got you here.
Oh wait, you are sitting?
What's with all the daddy issues? We got Tony Stark, daddy issues.
Jen.
Thor, daddy issues. Loki, same daddy, same issues.
Oh boy.
Star-Lord, 2 daddies, 2 issues.
Jen, please stop.
Oh, and when are we getting the X-Men?
I cannot tell.
as you can see, she speaking for us, the fans here. We all want to see the X-Men. We can't wait for the X-Men.
yeah.
And he doesn't really give her an answer, right?
On
But
our
they do
planet.
name drop the Hulk movie, right?
Yeah, they say like,
World War Hulk or Planet Hulk, right?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Here we go.
Things. Bruce smashes buildings, I smash fourth walls and bad endings. And sometimes I murder.
Okay, now get back to the show. See you on the big screen.
See you on the big
Really?
screen.
No.
Oh, whatever, Kevin. Should I transform back, or what's the most budget-friendly way to do this?
Yeah, and they do tease the movie. Like I said, we don't know if She-Hulk's gonna be in the movie. I'm thinking she will be. You know, she's too big of a character not to be.
There's Titania.
And then there's Titania.
She says we're about to witness a murder, which is really funny. Right?
I'll see you in court, babe.
Look, I didn't.
She's gonna sue him. And then she requested Daredevil to come back, right? Because she likes him, and here he pops up.
Everything? Oh, man.
It was great, though. And I'm happy to see you.
Oh, thanks. Happy to see you too. Oh my god, did they hook up with him thing?
Yeah, let's take it down a notch, bug. I'm gonna go. One sec.
Sure.
Hi, Dare.
Shield's probably
And you can see Titania has a crush on Daredevil as well. They're very funny together. I hope
And-
she comes out on the Daredevil Born Again
Yeah.
show. Yeah. I hope we see these two people
Lady
again.
Approval.
Yep.
And maybe they'll come out in the Hulk movie. They haven't announced the Hulk movie yet, but I'm sure they will here coming up.
same thing with Young Avengers.
Yeah. I'm sure maybe they were just waiting for the Hulk show to end so they can announce a Hulk movie in Phase 5 or Phase 6, right?
Cause the whole movie's a big part in Young Avengers. Cause Hulk has a kid, and he's
Yeah.
to be part of the Young Avengers. So
Yeah, we have, it's either going to be called Planet Hulk or World War Hulk. So we'll see. And here they're having a barbecue and they write Daredevil over. Very funny scene.
Sound like a very nice area.
It's not very glamorous, but it's where I grew up, and I've always wanted to help the people in my neighborhood who can't afford legal services.
So you don't make.
Yeah, it's very funny. And then the biggest reveal here, the second biggest reveal of the show, right? Hulk comes out and he reveals he has a son.
I'll tell you all about it, but first, I have someone here that I'd like you all to meet. This is my son, Scar.
Yes, it's Scar. If you guys know who Scar is, the Hulk's son. And he's a big part of the Planet Hulk, World War Hulk storyline. So that's where it's saying that's where, either that's what the movie is going to be called, or they might change it up, but I'm guessing that's what the movie is going to be about.
World War Hulk.
Yeah, where he goes to space and he fights a bunch of planets and Scar comes.
But instead they're probably gonna add Scar
Superpowered
instead
woman
of a
known
bad guy into a good guy. Cause in the
Yeah.
comics he was a bad guy.
Yeah.
As a superhero.
Both.
Now tell our viewers, who are you wearing to court today?
Okay.
The difficult diva of law herself.
And this is where we get to see we know at the end of all the superhero movies we get to see the superhero and the person come together as one, so to speak. They kind of like finally embrace their superhero life and also their life as a person. And that scene we finally get to see She-Hulk balance her She-Hulk and Jennifer Walters' life.
Yeah, but she was probably like she balanced it on the first episode.
Yeah, but here she like embraced it, you know, like she knows who she is now and what she's doing. You know, she fully embraced her She-Hulk personality, and also her Jennifer Walters. And we have a end scene here.
Quick little end scene here.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is supposed to like represent, but
Yeah, it seems to me like Wong always rescues him. I don't know why.
My apologies for the delay.
You got sucked into another show, didn't you?
We're really in an era of big TV. You have all your things.
Yeah.
And he teases Wong because Wong comes out pretty much on every show. So he might come out on another show next year. Maybe Loki season 2 or whatever.
Daredevil.
Yeah, the Daredevil show. He comes out on so many shows, so it's kind of like, you know. Here comes Wong. He's in every show. But yeah, that was the season finale, guys, of She-Hulk. Like I said, it was a very funny show. I can't wait. If there is a season 2, they haven't announced it, and they haven't announced the Planet Hulk movie yet.
But they did tease it. They said something about season 2, like in the writers. They were like writing season 2 or they were talking about season 2.
Yeah, they were talking about it.
So maybe
it'll happen. We have to wait and see. But I'm for sure we'll see She-Hulk again in the movie or the Daredevil show or the Avengers movies as well. Yeah, she's a very cool character. I like the season a lot. Like I said, I really want to see her and Deadpool do something together because that'd be very funny.
yeah.
Right? And yeah, tell us what you thought of the episode, what you thought of the whole season, and what you want to see She-Hulk do going forward in the MCU.
And see ya.
See ya, bye.
Stay geeky, my friends.